चलिए, so the people will keep coming in, and certainly what I will do is I will start. Sidebar में अभी दिखाई दे रहा है. So now what the thing is कि these are the basically the components, and I will not go for the components over here. मैं एकदम से आपको नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में लेके चलता हूँ. व्हाट इज अ रूब्रिक? बेसिकली देखिए, इसमें हाईलाइटेड वर्ड्स हैं. दे विल बी एक्सप्लेनिंग यू द राइट थिंग. मैं आपको एक बहुत छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. रूब्रिक्स जो है, अभी हम लोगों को मेरे को गाजियाबाद से दिल्ली जाना है. मेरे को इसके लिए एक रूब्रिक बनाना है कि वेदर माय प्लानिंग इज करेक्ट और नॉट. नंबर 1 इज मोड ऑफ ट्रेवलिंग आई हैव चोजन और नॉट. इज इट करेक्ट और नॉट? The day and date and time I have chosen or not. Is it correct or not? While reaching over there, मेरे को कहाँ पे किस होटल में रुकना है, नहीं रुकना है, बुकिंग कर ली है, नहीं कर ली है. Everything I have to keep on seeing. Then इसी तरह से हम कोई भी चीज जब हम जज करते हैं, whenever we judge anything, they have to be number of criteria. So that those criteria, if we put on the paper and then checklist बनाते हैं, हम उसमें टिक कर दे जाते हैं. That is also a rubric. That is simple rubric, point rubric. उसको हम consider यहाँ पे इस workshop में, webinar में नहीं करेंगे, because that is sort of yes or no. So there is no fun going for that. मैं अभी आपको लेके चलता हूँ. It is a scoring tool number 1. जो specific specifications को they lay out the task, the specific expectations for the task. Number 2 is that clear expectation or criteria for the teachers also, as well as the students also, to focus on what exactly is to be done, which means what is to be valued, what is to be evaluated. Subject है, topic है, activity है, collaboration है, cooperation है, number of things are there. I will give you example of each subject separately. So it is a scoring guide also. Then rubric is an assessment tool. जब scoring है तो assessment भी हो सकता है. Then certainly it can be tailored to each assignment. Certainly, obviously, and very much correct that it has to be tailored. Tailored means cutting and pasting नहीं होता है. Tailored means only cutting and stitching. जहाँ पे हमने देखा कि यहाँ पर ये चीज जरूरत है, we put it over there. Then it can be used for marking. अगर if it is a scoring and assessment tool, then it can be used for marking also. The best use of rubric is you give the rubric to the student after the lesson is over for self-assessment, and then let him find out himself whether his performance was perfect, near perfect, excellent, outstanding, poor, needs improvement, or something like that. जो criteria आप देंगे. So there are 3 main components of all the type of rubrics. कितने types होते हैं मैं अगली slide में आपको बताता हूँ. Main criteria number 1 is criteria, the characteristics of performance. ये मैंने research scholars के लिए किया था. So but now this will be done criteria. Let us say for example हम एक debate को या elocution को we have to judge an elocution or extempo. What are the criteria? Number 1 is performance. Performance का मतलब ये है, criteria का मतलब ये है, characteristics of the performance means कि we have to choose number 1, the fluidity of speaking, comprehension, use of grammar, annotations. These are the different things. Spoken में भी हो सकता है, written word में भी हो सकता है. So criteria or characteristics of performance we have to choose number 1. Number 2 is उस criteria पे उस performance के level कहाँ तक है. I don't know whether somebody has not got. I can't help. Level of performance, which means to what degree it has been correct. Let us say I ask a person to write a paragraph on let us say your family. Now, to what degree he is expected to meet the given criteria. For example, he explains his father's name, mother's name, brother's, sister's name, house, address,
चाबी
how many rooms are there.
नहीं
Please
चाबी
mute
पापा
yourself.
चाबी
Please. चाबी बाद में ले लीजिएगा मैम, पहले इसको म्यूट कर दीजिए. Otherwise, it will be disturbing others. And then specific explanation linked to each criteria. मैं आपको एक एक एग्जाम्पल दूंगा, अभी घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, because every time webinar or workshop starts from complex to simple. कॉम्प्लेक्स से ही शुरू होते हैं. जब हमने वर्ड रूब्रिक यूज किया, I tell you 90% of the teachers are not aware of what exactly is rubric. होता क्या है? I used it nearly 15 years back when I was principal for the last time. 14 years, 18 years principal रहा, 14 years मैंने यही रिसर्च करके अपने स्टाफ को ही करा है, empowerment. So that is why I am telling you the descriptors means to what level of performance, and then level of performance के साथ उसका characteristic with each dimension. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. There are two types of, वैसे मैंने बताया आपको 3 types. Analytic rubric number 1, holistic rubric number 2, and number 3 is point rubric. Point rubric जो है lowest classes में या प्री प्राइमरी और प्राइमरी क्लासेस में when you go for admission test, you can utilize that. What is your name? He says my name is Ajay Sharma. You put a tick, this is correct. Or he says simply Ajay Sharma, तब क्या करेंगे? Then also tick. If I say my name is Ajay, not full name, so it becomes an, you see, there are two words, analysis and holistic. By word analysis, if we go, analytic means broken down into components, and holistic means together as a whole. I will consider each one of them particularly now. Now, you see the analytic rubric जो है, it gives you criteria for each component, which means on each criteria, the instructor or the teacher is able to evaluate or assess. So इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि we will be able to find out the specific feedback on several dimensions. A number of dimensions are there, and we will be able to analyze the child on specific levels. एडवांटेज डिसएडवांटेज नहीं बोलूंगा, ये आप पढ़ लीजिएगा, थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट है. होलिस्टिक में क्या होता है? मल्टीपल क्राइटेरिया एज अ होल, परफॉर्मेंस is assessed, evaluated on multiple criteria as a whole. Say for example, a runner is running on the track 100 meters, whether he was within the track, whether he started correctly or not, when he was finishing, he finished it rightly or not, whether he was distracted with the other things around the track, with the spectators or the referee or the umpire or whatsoever you say. Advantage, disadvantage, again, same thing I am telling you. The single dimension of an assignment is used to provide the feedback. The instructor is able to provide the feedback. And this is why it is called holistic, means each component and then put together as a whole. I will give you both examples. Purpose of rubric मैंने आपको पहले बता दिया है, तो there is no fun repeating it. मेरे को ये दोबारा से रिवाइज करनी पड़ेंगी अपनी पावर पॉइंट्स. आज बहुत किया है, but still I have to do. You see, the benefits of using is, मैं आपको बहुत short में बता रहा हूँ, it clarifies your vague and fuzzy goals. The essay written by Pranay Gupta was excellent. That is not way of doing the things. Up to what extent it was fine. Up to what extent? Yes, sir. Yes, anybody?
देखना पड़ेगा बेटा, होगी तो.
मैडम प्लीज म्यूट कर दीजिए खुद अपने आप को. प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ, प्लीज. Number two is understand your expectation. The students will be able to understand your expectations. जब आप उसको अगर पहले दे देंगे बच्चे को, if you provide this rubric sheet to the student before you deliver the lecture, he will be able to understand ki what exactly is to be given in the lesson, and then he attends your lecture and then he self improves. That is self improvement for the students. He inspires better students performance. Scoring is easier and faster. देखिए पहले हम लोग करते थे जब ये rubric नहीं हुआ था, आया था, या हमने इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया था, आज भी होता है कि इंटरनल असेसमेंट में whenever we give a project, we just put the things कि अच्छा बड़ा अच्छा सा लग रहा है देखने में, तो चलो इसको नंबर दे दो. दूसरा क्राइटेरिया क्या होता है कि रोहित की मम्मी ने मेरे घर के सामने कूड़ा फेंका था, सो इसको नंबर नहीं देने, इसको 2 out of 10. तीसरी बार पेरेंट टीचर्स मीटिंग में अनुभव की मम्मी ने बड़ी तारीफ करी थी मेरी, सो इट इज गुड, नाउ आई विल डू दैट एंड गिव मी फुल मार्क्स. देन स्कोरिंग इज एक्यूरेट, अनबायस्ड एंड कंसिस्टेंट. इसका मतलब पेरेंट टीचर्स मीटिंग में व्हेन द पेरेंट्स कम टू यू टू शो द आंसर शीट कि सर यहाँ नंबर क्यों कम है, कि आप रूब्रिक शीट उनके सामने रखिए, दिस इज द रूब्रिक शीट, अगर आप ये लेके आए तो certainly you are educated. Go and find out, compare between my performance, what is expected, and what your child has done. And if it is there, you find any doubt, still you come to me. एक बार दो बार करेंगे कोई नहीं आएगा आपके पास कंप्लेंट करने, बिकॉज ओवर हियर योर इंटीग्रिटी इज मेंटेन्ड कि यस देयर आर वेल डिफाइंड क्राइटेरिया फॉर दैट. आई टेल यू वन थिंग कि अगर ये सेशन बीच में कहीं खत्म हो जाता है तो दोबारा से ज्वाइन कर लीजिएगा. Now, it improves the feedback to the students. Number 3, next is it reduces arguments with the students. मैडम मेरे को नंबर यहाँ पे कम क्यों दिए हैं, उसको ज्यादा दिए हैं, तो आप दोनों शीट्स लो, rubric बैठो उसके साथ लेके. Now see what my criteria is. His criteria is better than yours, and improves feedback to the faculty and staff. When I was principal, I used to go for these rubrics for the assessment of teachers' performance in the classroom observation, CRO. I have got 5 formats for the classroom observations. My next webinar is on 14th and 15th for classroom management. और उसमें ये उसके बाद जो है ये होता है lesson planning है, a number of things are there. We go for that. Why use rubrics मैं इसको नहीं करूंगा, मैंने पहले बता दिया. Characteristics भी मैंने पहले बता दिया, they are well defined, context specific, finite and exhaustive, ordered होते हैं. Learning progression जो है, they go for the well defined learning progression, that at each level of performance, what performance is expected, what is the characteristic or criteria of that performance, and whether that is reached or not. And once it is reached, then student will also be able to move a little bit further for the next level of performance, which means even if he starts from point 1, अभी आएगा point wise जो इसका हम evaluation करेंगे charts, that also will come. So you will see over there कि different level of performance. He scores 1 point for the rubric of essay writing. The next time he says ki 1 point I have done. Now in second point, what I have to add to this to get more points. After second level, he will come to know what I have to add further to go for 3 points, then 4 points, then 5 points, and so on and so forth. कुछ लोग बीच बीच में छोड़ते जा रहे हैं, मैं सर्टिफिकेट नहीं इशू करूंगा, रिकॉर्डिंग तो भेज दूंगा. Now you see, this is basic structure of analytic or descriptive rubric. ये है components में हम criteria में लिखते हैं task description. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The lowest is written at the bottom and the highest performance is level 5. And then what is the criteria? Assessment criteria and performance levels. 3 things are written over here. Similarly, holistic वाले में क्या होता है? This is the one. It saves time, does not lag. Now, it goes for 5 levels, but holistic. That is overall description. कि हमने overall performance आपकी किस किस criteria पे देखी है, and now the total sum of your performance is this. So where you are lacking, that analytic rubric will do for that, and then you go for holistic performance. Let us go for some examples now. You see, there are 4 key stages in creating rubrics. Number 1 is, first we need to think about the criteria. Ki whatsoever the task I am giving, what is intended to be taught, I'm sorry. What is the purpose of assessment and what we want from our students. हमें चाहिए क्या? So this is first reflection beforehand. That means objectives must be very clear. Number 2, next is listing the learning outcomes. That is particular details of the learning outcomes and objectives. In the mathematics, I can say the child will be able to use the Pythagoras theorem in finding out the height of the building using its shadow and few equipments you can name. लर्निंग जब लेसन प्लानिंग का मैं करवाता हूं तो उसमें ये लिखा होता है ऑब्जेक्टिव कि 8 क्राइटेरिया होते हैं, 8 थिंग्स आर टू बी रिटन एंड देन ओनली योर ऑब्जेक्टिव इज कंप्लीट. One more has left. That is great. Now what is listing of learning outcome and expectations? Now the grouping. अभी हमने कर लिया है रिजल्ट्स, उसके बाद उसको ऑर्गेनाइज करना है. Similar expectations have to be kept together, organized. अगर एनालिटिक रूब्रिक है तो, और अगर होलिस्टिक है तो what are the analytic components of this rubric so that we can put them together to find out the overall performance of the child. Now application of rubric format. अब देख लीजिए कि टेम्पलेट आपने कौन सा यूज करना है. टेम्पलेट आपने कौन सा यूज करना है, दिस यू हैव टू सी. नाउ सी द थिंग. ऑर्गेनाइज करने के बाद फाइनली हमने क्या किया है कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट components that are to be used, different template to be used. I'm sorry, I will be enhancing this because no waiting room is there and still the people are coming. Now see, this is the rubric for constructing a model of digestive system. साइंस वाले जो है थोड़ा सा ध्यान करेंगे, otherwise this rubric, the basic structure can be utilized for other subjects also. Material मॉडल बनाना है तो देखिए, अगर हमको किडनी रिप्रेजेंट करनी है तो व्हाट शुड बी द बेसिक सीड दैट कैन बी यूटिलाइज्ड फॉर रिप्रेजेंटिंग किडनी इन द डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम मॉडल. दैट इज कॉल्ड किडनी बीन्स, जिसको हम राजमा के नाम से जानते हैं. अगर किडनी को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए किडनी बीन्स लगाए, कलर भी वही होता है, शेप भी वही होती है. सो ऑल द मटेरियल रिजेंबल द ऑर्गन्स और द सिस्टम. Without labeling also, the person who is looking at the model can identify what is this. This is kidney. Next is, let us say components, 15 points. Major parts are present, but one is missing. So 5 points gone. This is the second criteria for evaluation of model. Last one, if you see, missing 3 or more parts are missing, so he will be given only 5 points, lowest. Now go for the last label one. Last one, if you see, the components are not labeled or are incorrectly labeled. So lowest part. But in the first excellent, when we go for 20 points, first we give 20 points and then we write excellent. So what are we showing? All components are neatly labeled and represented on the key. So labels are neat and do not make model cluttered. They are very nicely packed. Next one, social sciences वालों के लिए है ये project or this evaluation scheme. Let us see. Me on the map. Where do I belong in the map? एक map आपने local area का बच्चों को दे दिया, and then you ask them to find out, to locate yourself कि where you are, और अपना अपना घर को locate करिए. Locate your house. Where do you live? First or the last one हम जरा चलें यहाँ से. I drew all six. First point, poor, which means अभी मैंने दिखा तो दिया है, but the thing is that कि I didn't draw anything or only one area. Let us say I want to locate myself, Ajay Sharma. First, block 7, then sector 2, then Rajendra Nagar, then Sahibabad, then district Ghaziabad, state UP, country India. That's all. And all are outlined in the different colors. My local house is in red. Then block 7 is in green. Then sector 2 is in blue. Similarly, you locate yourself and find out where you are. Color and labels. I told you just now. One label or one or two label areas are colored a little. Poor. But when we go for the excellent one, we see 4 points are being given when the child colors all the areas and labeling is all done very correctly. We go for this. Clear to everybody? Right. We move further. Neatness.
टिफिन के ले जाने की कोई एक डाल लो, और क्या है फिर?
मैडम अपने आप को म्यूट कर लीजिए प्लीज, मैं कई बार बोल चुका हूं. प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ. Now next one is I go for the number line. In the mathematics we go for the number line. Direction is number line पे directions x and y axis में होती है line. So does not follow directions and several steps are missing. So it is poor 1 point. But when we go for the last 4 points, which means it completes project by following all the direction, all steps are complete. Let us say for the formation of number line at number 4 from the top, number line is written. You see my pointer, you can see my pointer here. You see it is highlighted. Number line is not neat and numbers are incorrectly labeled. So it is poor. We give 1 point for that. And the third one, if you see the number line is neat, but some numbers are not clearly or correctly labeled. So we cut 1 point from that and give 3 points for that. But when we go for the 4 points, we see number line is neatly drawn with marker. Numbers are clearly and correctly labeled. So everything is correct, everything is fine, and this is the criteria I need. If this criteria is given to the child of, let us say, class 6 also, class 7, 8, wherever the number line is to be drawn or taught in the classroom. So you can see yourself that all numbers are placed correctly on the number line, then it is correct, and we give 4 points. If it is clear up to this point, then raise your thumb and I move for the last slide. And then we go for a little bit of discussion. The last one is see for yourself. Using verbs in sentences. Now subject verb agreement. The verb is correctly matching the performed, the action being performed in the picture. You show them a picture, and then you see actually, as per, a child is swimming, a child is fishing, a child is running, a child is lying in the sunshine, and so on and so forth. So verb correctly matches the action. A child, the child correctly matches the action being performed in the picture, and that agrees with the subject. So if it is done, then full points, that means 3 points. And the last one, if you see, the verb does not match action being performed in the picture. Even if one is missing, 1 point is gone. Similarly, grammar. Let us say good for 2 points. Sentence has 1 or 2 grammatical errors. Otherwise, it is okay. Verb and subject are correctly matching, that is fine. But spelling mistakes are there or grammatical mistakes are there. So we cut 1 point for that and give 2 point, that is for performance. Score 3 points, 2 points, 1 points. 1 point means need improvement. अभी मैंने देखो इसी वाले rubric में I have not written poor over there. You will also write needs improvement. Good, which means better than need improvement. He needs improvement, but not up to that level that he has not performed at all. And the next one, excellent means everything is correct. The verb is matching with the action performed. The subject agrees with the verb, and the sentence is written correctly without any grammatical or spelling mistakes. So that is the way we clarify these things. Now, if it is clear up to this point, we have done almost whole of the rubric. Now, if you have got any question answer session, let us start for next 4 minutes. If you have got any doubts, just unmute yourself and speak it out. Anybody? Anybody who wants to speak can speak now and put across your doubts. No chat, ma'am. Just unmute yourself. No problem.
Sir,
Suman?
because of network issue,
I got it.
I'm not. Sir, sorry, sir.
No,
Please
not
share
sorry
the
for me.
recording, sir.
You will be getting recording also. Complete recording
Thank
you
you,
will
sir.
get.
Thank you.
Today was the second session, so it is over. And first was the taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy in making question paper was we have done on 7th. This was the second session.
Yes, sir.
By
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
afternoon, you will get both the recording, certificate, and whatsoever I promised to you. I don't remember.
Thank you,
अच्छा,
sir.
एक बात मैं आपको बताऊं कि whenever you are just in the webinar and you miss something, you don't have to go for this sorry and thank you and all that. You will get everything. I told you. कभी कभी नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम मेरे पास अगर हो जाए मैं नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम तो यहाँ पे तो आई हैव टू से सॉरी टू 17 people present in this, 16 people present in this. Now I will be introducing to you Mr. Amit Bajaj from one of the administrators of mathematics group, Ignited Minds of Maths. Mr. Bajaj, if you are here, unmute yourself and please come across. Everybody
Yeah,
will
hi,
be
good
better.
evening.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, due to some reason, I will not be able to open my camera, but I'm
Okay.
really excited and happy to be here, sir.
Yeah.
And it was a nice presentation. I really enjoy the way you have explained the rubrics. I am a mathematics educator with having the more than 22 years of experience, and I'm located in Delhi. I'm a Google certified trainer as well, and a passionate mathematics teacher, educator, trainer as well. I came across with and been connected with Ajay sir for almost past 2 years, and he's doing a wonderful job in the field of education, and I love to be associated with him, and it's a great and honor to for me to be here.
सर एक इनको गैग वेस्ट या आईएमएम ज्वाइन करने के लिए इनविटेशन दे दीजिए ना, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी आर देयर फ्रॉम द मैथमेटिक्स. गैग के लिए
Yeah,
तो
how many
एवरीबॉडी
of
की.
them are from the math? Yeah. तो अगर कोई इनमें मैथ्स के टीचर्स हैं, बिकॉज स्पेसिफिकली आई हैव वन व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप जो ग्रेड 11th एंड 12th के लिए है, और एक कॉमन ग्रुप है और प्राइमरी टीचर्स का भी. तो अगर कोई ज्वाइन करना चाहता है मैथ्स टीचर का, बिकॉज उसमें हम थोड़े डिस्कशंस हो जाते हैं मैथ्स के, कहीं प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के ऊपर, कहीं कोई डाउट रहता है क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट के अंदर, अगर कहीं हमें स्पेसिफिक टू मैथ्स ओनली, तो उसके ऊपर फोकस किया जाता है. सर बात कर रहे हैं ओवरऑल हर एक सब्जेक्ट को लेकर, पर अगर आप में से कोई मैथ्स के लिए इंटरेस्टेड है तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन बी इन टच विद मी एंड आई विल शेयर द लिंक विद यू. लिंक तो इस पे शेयर मैं कर नहीं पाऊंगा, बट आई कैन डू, आई विल शेयर माय मोबाइल नंबर सो दैट आप मुझे बस व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर अगर हाई मैसेज कर देते हैं तो आई विल ऐड यू इन दैट ग्रुप. तो आप अपना इंट्रोडक्शन सिर्फ दे दीजिएगा मुझे, तो मैं आपको व्हाट्सएप के उस ग्रुप में ऐड कर दूंगा जो भी रिस्पेक्टिव है मैथ्स का. And there will be a lot of learning. कहीं भी कोई doubt रहता है, there are a lot of Sylvester in the field of maths, not a lot many जो NCERT CBSE से भी जुड़े हुए हैं. एक्चुअली मैं NCERT ये मार्किंग स्कीम कमेटी जो होती है 12th की, उसके साथ भी एसोसिएटेड हूँ, और भी CBSE NCERT के कुछ कॉन्फिडेंशियल प्रोजेक्ट्स में भी इन्वॉल्व रहता रहा हूँ. सो आई मीन जहां भी मेरे सपोर्ट की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, आई विल बी ऑलवेज अवेलेबल.
Thank you, Mr. Bajaj. Thank you very much for this welcome note. And I believe so that now the teachers are satisfied with this webinar, and it is going to end now. And by tomorrow afternoon, we will meet. I will send you all the material across. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good time now ahead.